Liverpool tipped to make 2 or 3 new signings as Glen Johnson calls for Lorenzo Insigne transfer. Liverpool have been tipped to make 2 or 3 new signings before the summer transfer window closes, with Glen Johnson urging his former club to sign Lorenzo Insigne from Napoli. The 2020 Premier League champions have endured a subdued transfer window to date, only bolstering Jurgen Klopp's squad with the £36 million signing of Ibrahima Konate from RB Leipzig. Klopp has insisted he is content with his current group of players at Anfield and will not be overly bothered if the club do not make any more new signings, but Johnson believes the Reds have something up their sleeves. The former defender says he can definitely see Liverpool making 2 or 3 signings before the August 31 deadline and raised the possibility of a deal for Napoli captain Insigne. Insigne has scored 109 goals in 397 appearances for Napoli and helped Italy win Euro 2020, with Roberto Mancini's side beating England in a penalty shootout in the final at Wembley. Liverpool only sign players that tick a certain amount of boxes. I like the way they do business, but it's not going to really excite the fans, Johnson told SBK Sportsbook. They won't just go and buy the biggest name out there. To be fair to them, with what they've done in recent years, it obviously works. If fans are patient with them, then the club will get it right eventually. What Liverpool need to challenge for the league is someone in midfield that can help the front three in very tight games. I do think they heavily rely on the front three. They've pretty much had the same front three for a few years now, although they did bring in Jota last year, who has done a good job so far. But despite that, they need a bit more help up top, to be honest. I would like to see Lorenzo Insigne come in. He really impressed me at Euro 2020. He could be the sort of flair player who they could use as a number 10 to unlock the door. They won't just buy players on performances alone. I'm sure they've got their eyes on a few people. They need to bring players in. I can definitely see them making another 2, 3 signings. To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. Liverpool have been one of a number of clubs linked with a move for Norway and Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland this summer, and Johnson admits players like that don't come around often. Every club out there wants a striker who can score 20 goals a year. They don't come around often, the former defender added. So if there was ever an opportunity where Liverpool could sign someone like that, then they would. As long as it fits their style of play, then I'm sure they'd put their hat in the ring. Liverpool began their Premier League campaign with a routine 3-0 win over Norwich City last weekend and welcomed Burnley to Anfield on Saturday. Mind-blowing, Paul Merson names the team to beat in the Premier League. Ian Wright says Chelsea